Hello there all, my name is Kate and welcome to this channel. This is the third part of three-part video about my cruise experience in the Mediterranean. In this particular one you will see 4 more city ports: Santorini, Meteora, Mykonos and Athens. If you haven't seen the other parts, please check them out. Santorini, also known as Meteora, is a very picturesque island in Greece in the Aegean Sea, known as one of the most stunning places in Europe and a true Greek paradise. According to the legend, the 5 islands of the archipelago are remnants of the former greatness of Atlantis, which has gone underwater. Santorini consists of 5 islands, and the largest of them is Meteora or Meteora, which we're visiting today. Santorini has incredible sunsets and sunrises, snow-white buildings, blue domed churches and windmills, excellent gastronomy, don't get me started, and stunning beaches. Santorini is a true gem of Greece with fantastic volcanic landscapes, steep cliffs and crystal clear waters. But the most amazing thing of the place is obviously the coastal villages, very comfortably nestling on the edges of the cliffs with breathtaking views over the Aegean Sea. Santorini is a symphony of 3 colors: blue, white and shades of yellow. According to Greek traditions, white symbolizes faith and justice, blue the sky, and this yellow-brown the power of nature and the power of volcanoes. The shape of the archipelago is very unusual and explained by a tragedy. It's a result of the eruption of a very large volcano. After erupting, it exploded, leaving behind just 5 islands. And yet another of the gorgeous Greek islands, Mykonos. We're still in the Aegean. Mykonos, known for its magnificent beaches and one of the most popular Greek islands, one of the most prestigious resorts in Europe, combining luxury with tradition and history. From here you can easily visit another island, very famous island Delos. Is a unique place, incredibly rich archaeological site with a huge number of artifacts from different cultures over several millennia. In the 5th century BC, Athenians organized what they called themselves purification on the island. It was forbidden to bury the dead. Later also it was forbidden to give birth in Delos. After the last purification, every 5 years a magnificent ceremony was held in honor of Apollo. Delos is one of the most important mythological, historical and archaeological sites here in Greece. Excavations of the island are the most extensive in the Mediterranean. Delos was sacred sanctuary for a millennium before Olympian Greek mythology made it the birthplace of Apollo and Artemis. Mother of the children Leto was seduced by Zeus. I mean, who wasn't? Gods seduced other goddesses, nymphs and mere mortals, and when Hera, Zeus's wife, found out about her pregnancy, she obviously wasn't very pleased. She expelled Leto from all of the places on Earth, so she had no place to give birth in. The only place Leto found refuge was Delos, and Delos was not considered part of the Earth, apparently, because it was discovered by Poseidon, brother of Zeus, to help him and his beloved. Hence Delos. Delos in translation is open or found. Mykonos is known as a very cosmopolitan island, considered one of the great traveling meccas. This is one of the most frequently visited islands in the Aegean Sea. Beautiful nature, again terrific gastronomy, a lot to do, a lot to see. Once again, a symphony of 3 colors predominantly: white, blue and shades of yellow. Beautiful windmills. Windmills appeared in Mykonos for the first time in 16th century roughly, and were continuously built in 20th century. As of today there are 16 mills left, and they're truly adding the beauty to the island. I'm not sure if I pointed out we were traveling in November, so it was a little chilly, but was definitely perfect weather for a hot jacuzzi up on the highest deck of the ship, with drinks served to the jacuzzi. Pretty much it was a great relaxing evening. Then we had some drinks at the local bar and seafood buffet. I am a vegetarian, but occasionally I do indulge. especially when there are no good vegetarian options and the only good ones are seafood one, so it was good. And our final port before arriving to Athens is Meteora. Greece is the world center of Orthodox monasticism, and Meteora is a complex of monasteries located on the tops of massive stone pillars, absolutely stunning. The mountains of Thessaly in Greece and the whole area called Meteora, which is translated as floating in the air. 6 active mountain monasteries can be found here. The first mention of hermits in the mountain caves and their places of worship dates back to 10th century. And since 1988, it has been included in UNESCO World Heritage. The monasteries of Meteora attract with their rich history, original architecture, stunning views. A truly unique experience. At the end of 10th century, the first hermits appeared in the Greek rocks of the mountains of Thessaly. At the altitude of 600 meters, they found peace, established life, and equipped special platforms for prayers. Over the years, hermits who lived here isolatedly formed communities and with monastic way of life that later grew into monasteries. Six monasteries of Meteora, 2 of which are female, the rest are male. All of them can be visited, but it is strictly within the timeline that is allowed for visit them. There are certain months and certain dates in which you could visit them. We visited 2 monasteries. Monastery of Saint Stephan, a female monastery founded in the middle of 15th century, and also Monastery of Varlaam, a male monastery, was founded in 14th century by the hermit Varlaam, who built a modest church and several cells and lived here his whole life by himself. And in 1518, 2 brothers, Theophan and Nectari, took on restoration of these buildings, and gradually other monks joined them, creating a monastery. Then we have had some of the local delights with red wine. Returning to the boat, it was our final night on the boat and the fanciest dinner yet. Again, the food was fantastic, and it's worth pointing out that altogether it turned out to be a bargain, I think, personally. So it's totally worth it. I'm looking forward to the next one. The final night was very busy, loads and lots of entertainment. We went to our favorite pub. Then we went to the final concert where most of the artists were performing together. And there it was, the memories of the great holidays. We packed. We were ready to leave for our final port, which was Athens. And we are in Athens. Athens is the capital of Greece, the center of district Attica, which received the name in honor of Greek goddess Athena. Athens is economic, financial, and cultural center of the country, unquestionably a cradle of Western civilization, Western culture, birthplace of democracy. For that alone, the place is worth visiting. The first settlement appeared here as early as 3000 BC. The golden age of Athens fell on the 6th and the 4th century BC, when Plato and Aristotle worked and lived here. The city remained important until the rise of Constantinople and Byzantium. After the fall of Byzantine Empire, Athens fell under the control of Ottomans. In the 19th century, Athens became the capital of independent Greece, and a group of architects was assembled to build a new city around the classical ruins to allow for both a dynamic capital with preservation of classical ruins, which I think was done successfully. The city has the largest collection of Greek ruins and artifacts. It's a time machine that will take you back to a couple of millennia, but at the same time will provide you a wonderful place for holidays with noisy taverns, great food, laughter, a lot of shopping, and excitement on the streets. You definitely want to visit Acropolis, the sacred hill around which the capital has grown. Acropolis is visible from almost any part of the city. It's the best to go to Acropolis along the street of Dionysus, Areopagite. There you will see the ancient theater of Dionysus. It was here where some of the most celebrated Greek playwrights watched premieres of their plays. And that, my dear friends, would be all that I wanted to share with you about my cruise experience. It was absolutely terrific. Would highly recommend it. If you've been on a cruise or planning to go to one, please do share your experience in the comments down below. Thank you so much for staying with me until the end. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to put the like, and see you soon.